build my gallows and build them high. Makes a long time climbing before I die. I want the chance that's bit in his eye. Oh, well, they gave me balls, but I can see between to a dusty yard and long gone green. We call that freedom, if you know what I mean. And I dry my sorrows, but the whiskey's gone. I'm sober as a judge.
Hello everybody, welcome to Bangers. I'm Matty. This is episode number 3. Tonight I've got John with me. John, how are you doing?
I am unsettled this evening, and I'll tell you why.
I was about to ask.
I was out this afternoon with a Doug, and after he stole a tennis ball off another dog, and the woman who was the owner said to me, no, it's fine, we've got hundreds of these balls at home, you go away with that one. Walked across a set of football pitches, and my dog has seen and got the scent of a squirrel, and after 2.5 years of trying, he finally caught one and killed one.
Oh.
I was fucking devastated.
You wasn't just want to play tennis, but
No. It was like if the Incredible Hulk played tennis and he was just fucking smashing this thing off the ground, prey killing it. I don't know if you've ever seen a dog prey killing anything before.
No.
He kind of just has things between his jaws and then just fucking kind of like an alligator would do. Like if it was to drag something in the water, just thrashing about. Anyway, that was my afternoon.
Aye, that's quite traumatic. What kind of dog have you got?
A murdering wee bastard. Nah, he's a cockapoo. He's a cockapoo. To be honest, I think it's the spaniel in him. And like I say, he's got 2.5 years of attempting to catch one of these things, and it was all very well and nice watching him kind of display his instincts. It wasn't quite so nice seeing his instincts displayed proudly between his jaws that he then trotted up the road with and deposited in the back garden.
Man.
Aye, how are you?
I'm all right. Went to see a house with period features earlier on. My taste of a car that. I'm all right. But like I said before we came on here, busy. Work's busy. Life is busy. Everyone's busy. Then I've got so much stuff to do. Brian, you're also with us tonight. How are you doing?
That's one of my favourite jokes of all time. That is a beauty.
I think it's Stuart Francis, isn't it? The comedian who owns that joke.
Have I, on any other various podcasts, told the elephant joke?
It's a different elephant.
In that case, I have told that joke. Yeah. Oh well, that's a fucked.
Aye.
Move on.
That's a pity. That's a good joke.
It's a cracker. It's the best I've got.
Aye. So, John, I'll start with you tonight. In fact, I started with you last week, so I'll start with Brian this week. You can see the look of panic on Brian's face. They're like, oh, fuck, what am I going to talk about? What's been happening in your world this week, Brian?
Started having protein shakes again. Done no fitness. That's about as exciting as it's got.
This is it. You're in for a cracking show tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Just coasting. My Spotify Wrapped for 2020 gave me a rather horrifying breakdown of what I've listened to most this year. And Stormzy was my number one artist. And I think it was purely because he has a song called Lessons, which I really do like, actually. But I think during the sort of grieving period of my breakup, I just played it on repeat for about 2 weeks. And that's kind of sort of superseded the previous 40 odd weeks in the year of listening to other songs. So it rocketed to the top of my charts. And Spotify proudly told me that I'm a huge fan of UK rap.
Excellent. And do you listen to other UK rap?
No. I
Maybe
don't
you
even
should.
listen to Stormzy.
Mine's was all like mine's hasn't changed. I'm so behind the times with music. Everything's stuck in that kind of very niche era of Britpop and sort of like your Oasis, Blur, Radiohead, Pulp, etc. And I find it very difficult to move away from that to new stuff because a lot of the new stuff I listen to is pish.
What
So
do you listen to, John? That's something I've never thought about, but I am now massively intrigued.
before you answer, John, Brian, what do you think John listens to?
You know what? He is such a complex character. It could be anything from Beethoven to Crisscross.
By
But
the way, you're
I'm
no
going
far
to
wrong.
say, I'm going to say that John has, whether he will admit it or not, really enjoys cheesy pop music. I'm thinking Steps, 911, etc.
John?
So I'm just flicking through my Spotify Wrapped now, and it says that I've listened to 248 new artists this year. I've listened to 383 genres, including 133 new ones. And my top 5 listen to styles are blah, blah, blah. Hurry up. I think the number 1 is rock. So I'll listen to things like Metallica, Foo Fighters, fuck it, that sort of genre, hip hop, alternative metal, punk, and soul. That's my top 5.
What a dick.
Aye. Kind of wish we hadn't asked you now.
Aye.
And I eat quinoa. Come at me.
So I had 71. That's not that many. 71 new artists. Porcelain was my top song. Like I say, stuck in the past. Don't know if you know the song Porcelain. It's Moby.
Nope.
Good song. You should look it up. But
Is Moby not a wanker?
yeah, but it doesn't particularly. I quite like his music though.
Right. One thing we've never done on any of the long bangers or spin-off podcasts that we've done is really talked about music all that much. Brian said it. I remember Brian saying at one point he was a music aficionado.
Yes.
And I wonder if we can maybe insert a music recommendation from the various panelists, like one song, one album, one artist, and who would it be?
That's quite a good shout. Maybe that maybe needs a little bit of thought, but I think we should. It would be well worth introducing that. And folk could obviously tweet us in recommendations that we could have a wee listen to if we have such a time. Wee Mogs, I don't know if you still follow Wee Mogs on Twitter, John. He asked folk for recommendations a while back and then reviewed the recommendations on a Twitter thread later, which was interesting. It was quite cool thing to do.
Did you see the cake that he made, him and his missus, out of what was basically an entire box of, I want to say, Cadbury's Heroes?
No.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
Diabetes and dentist trips on a plate.
What's the best Cadbury's Hero chocolate?
What's in a box of Cadbury's Hero? Maltesers are the Cadbury's, they're Mars.
No, the Heroes are your...
Is that your Twirls, your Eclairs, your...
Now, I'm going to have to look up. Are we on the wrong... is it Cadbury's Heroes?
I'm maybe thinking of Celebrations.
Celebrations are the Malteser ones. So Heroes are the Cadbury's ones. Whisper. Whisper's the best chocolate anyway. Just putting that out there.
I'm trying to remember the joke about... what do you call a chocolate bar up George Michael's bum?
A Careless Whisper?
Yes.
I'm just glad you never said dinner to that, Brian. you're never quite sure, eh?
Wow.
Wow, yeah, that's quite gross. I actually have a tub of Heroes, an empty tub, I should hasten to add, to my right here. So it is definitely Cadbury's one. fudges are good in that as well. They're underrated.
I love the
A
fudge.
wee finger of fudge. Again, that was something for your childhood that always ended up in a rude song, didn't it?
So it's just enough to give yourself a treat.
Or an unpleasant trip from your uncle.
So what's been going on with you, John? You had a more interesting week than Brian has.
No, especially, but something that's been getting on my tits for about at least the last fortnight, but it's possibly been simmering under the surface for a number of years, is subtitles. And the reason it's getting on my tits is that so many things now that are perfectly understandable have accompanying subtitles. Like, it used to be that subtitles would only ever appear in like foreign language films, for example, and even then they were a wee bit of a pain in the arse. What is the point of subtitles?
So you talking about when, for example, somebody from Glasgow is subtitled on TV? Is that the kind of the point you're making?
Sort of. Like, but even like, it doesn't matter whether it's Glaswegian, American,
Mhm.
Irish, English. Their accents aren't particularly strong. They're not particularly what's the word I'm looking for? They're just perfectly understandable accents, but they must think that they're so fucking unique that they have to put it down in perfect English in the video alongside it, and it does my tits in.
Do you not think it's
It insults my intelligence. There you go.
it's probably an accessibility thing though, isn't it? Like, how everything now is geared towards sort of equality, and if there was a question mark over whether an accent was going to be really easy to understand or not, then put the subtitles on so that people who have hearing difficulties, etc., would be able to enjoy that as much as everybody else. Would that not be probably the thinking on it?
Possibly.
Is that too sensible?
So are you saying that it's for? Well, no. I was thinking there that what you were suggesting was that it was for the deaf, but then quite often you have interpreters for the deaf. You have sign language. But I don't think that's what this is for. And the thing is, I don't know what it's for. Like, it used to be, like, my mum used to do it when, like, a good few years ago. She would have something play and she would have the volume down, not at zero, but low enough that it was kind of like you were maybe struggling to understand things a wee bit. But she'd have the subtitles on because she wanted to read the dialogue. Like, just turn the fucking volume up.
Aye.
That's probably where it started from. That's where that low simmer for a number of years was sitting.
You do sometimes see it put to good effect though. If you think Trainspotting, there's a scene in Trainspotting where they use subtitles, and the subtitles are very subtly different to what's actually said. There's like a kind of, here's the local Leith dialect, and they change it into something that anybody else would understand.
Aye, that was.
Should we go to the Liverpool for a final?
I was going to say there that I feel like Irvin Welsh could possibly get a free pass for everything. Like, he can do no wrong, but I feel like every one of our heroes at some point has gone through a U-tree moment, or has been turned out to be a serial killer or rapist or something. Do you think that there'll ever be a scandal involving Irvin Welsh to come out the wash?
Nah, I think he's been very open with the stuff that he's done. Like the stuff that he's written about and stuff. I don't think there's any question of that. You would hope no, anyway.
No.
I like subtitles on Japanese porn.
In Japanese?
No, it makes the experience just that little bit more immersive.
You get on YouTube videos as well where you can get automatic captions to come up, and it's like system generated, so it's not somebody who's sat and listened to what's being said. It's effectively speech recognition done by a robot, and that can sometimes put some quite interesting results in. Especially, I think I tried it with one of the Long Bangers episodes, and it made no fucking sense. And that was before the captions, but it made even less sense once the subtitles were added.
I like watching something that's live and there's someone trying to put the subtitles
That's the best thing
on it, because they're about 3 minutes. It's obviously been typed by fucking thalidomide, and they're like minutes behind what the person said, and you're like, just give up, stop it.
when I go to the gym at work, I don't know what you're saying. Right, I do.
This
right?
is one of his jokes, John.
No, it's not. But the treadmill was one of the ones with the TV in it, and they do obviously because you have to have music playing. So if you want to see what's happening on the TV, you have to turn the subtitles on. But it's that very thing where it's live. It's happening now, and they try to catch up. And quite often it's the news that's on, which isn't now I think about it, the most motivational thing to do when you're trying to fucking jog is watch the news. But they're that far behind that they just give up halfway through stories because the next one's started. And you kind of go, I want to know how that's finished. And you fucking denied me it. So, aye.
Have you ever have you ever been on a treadmill and been watching football or any kind of sport?
Oh, I couldn't do that because you try to go for the ball and stuff. When you're sitting watching it and somebody's up for the header and you make the motion for it.
I find myself like veering off to the side and like tripping over myself. So I can't do it.
I would fail at that. I know even without trying it, how badly I would fail at that. I would hurt myself and possibly others in doing it. Never slide tackled anybody in the gym before. But you see that
Shoulder
happen.
bars in your PT.
Just launching 2 feet off the treadmill. I can't say I've been annoyed by subtitles. I tell you what's annoying me now though is I got new contact lenses last month, and I'm really bad for not doing stuff. Like something's not right, I just put up with it. And I'm short-sighted, and my prescription is quite strong, so I've gone from having lenses that work perfectly. I could see kind of right in front of my face, and I could see way into the distance. Not like Bionic Man or fucking anything like that, like normal into the distance. But
I say, eat it.
Oh, there's Helga putting out her washer over in Iceland there. So when I went, I started having a few problems. I noticed like watching the TV was a bit blurrier than it should have been. So I raised it with the optician when I was getting my new lenses, and she says, "Oh, your prescription's changed. Give me these stronger ones." And I can't read my fucking phone anymore. Do you know what old people, and I must be getting into that age myself. The whole thing's in front like at arm's length to read them.
Aye, they take their glasses off and then hold it
Aye.
at arm's length, and they do that one finger scroll.
Aye.
Take it off them. Back to the landline. You don't know what you're doing.
That is me now. So when you wake up in the morning, you grab your phone, and I can't see fuck all on it. It's like, if I put it the other side of the room, I'd be able to read it no bother. But unless it's arm's length, I really struggle to see it. And yes, you know what the annoying thing is, right? This is the stupid things. The optician's over the road from my house, so I live like kind of a 5-minute walk, if that, from Tesco. The optician's in Tesco. It literally would take maybe 2 minutes to go in and get it redone. But a mix of procrastination and being too busy, I've just kind of decided I'll put up with it for the time being. But
I've got a question about mobile phones. When did leather or faux leather accessories for your mobile phone become acceptable to wear again or to have on your person? Do you remember when mobile phones first came out, you used to get these wee little leather pouches that you could clip on your belt, and it was always like wankers that wore them. How is it that has now sort of become acceptable again, except you didn't wear it on your belt, on your belt, you just kind of carry it like you just carry it like a wallet with your cards and your other accessories inside it. Like, is that not just like
you mean like the kind of the fold open ones?
Yes. How
My
is that?
dad's got one of them.
Your dad?
Yeah.
I think my dad has as well.
It's horrific. Stick it in your pocket.
I'm more interested how you've got a phone clipped onto your welt.
It's one of my famous Freudian slips. Apologies.
Sony Ericsson.
A Nobia.
iBone.
Aye. I don't know if those accessories are acceptable, John. I didn't really see that many folk kicking about with them. It tends to be folks like people's dads, grown-ups' dads, that have them.
Yeah.
Although there is an argument for phone cases. I got one for so my daughter has a knack of smashing her phone, and the last time, not the last time, and you'll understand why it's not the last time when I tell this story. We were in the shop and it's just 50 quid or whatever, 40 quid to get the screen replaced on her phone, and they've got all these phone cases. So it says, go and pick a case, which one do you want, and that should hopefully stop it happening again. So we spent however much on a new case that she picks out. Then a few weeks later, my phone's smashed. Where's your case at? I don't like it, so I just didn't bother using it. That's good, eh? So that was a nice wee lesson to get. Smashed phone. Yeah, that annoyed me.
I thought you were going to tell me the phone case was about 50 quid and that was smashed.
I would have accepted that. That would have been all right. It was more than getting broken when you had the option of not breaking it. She never picked out a fold over leather one though, to her credit. She'd have bit more taste.
Good. Like, it's not just me, right? They're stinking.
Aye.
They're practical though. You can get the ones that have got your. You can put them on your bank card, etc. They've got the little pouches for. It's kind of like a one-stop shop for your
But then
pocket.
you're fucked if you lose it, aren't you? That's like the problem with that is as soon as that's gone, like if you put it down and forget it, you've not just forgotten your phone, you've forgotten all your bank cards and everything.
If someone's not going to get that kidney or that heart from you as well, if the donor card's in there.
Aye.
Do we still get donor cards?
Aye. I've got a donor card for the chippy. You go and just flash it, you get a few extra portions.
Is there any part of your body that you wouldn't donate? Assuming that you're both organ donors, of course.
Yeah, I'm an organ donor, and no, I would donate any part of me really.
I think I'll probably be donated to science once I die. I don't think there'll be.
Formaldehyde.
I really don't think there's going to be a queue for my cock. That's for sure. Is that on the list? Actually, can that be donated?
I don't know. I don't know. Well, there'd have to be a very specific set of circumstances that somebody was waiting, for one.
I think is the idea behind donating your body to medical science, is it not just that's it, you kind of give up all rights to your body so they can do whatever they want with you? So if they just happen to want to chuck Brian's cocker in the morgue, then they could if they wanted to. Like a wee stress ball.
A model for
roll it out like plasticine. Always got that in mind.
A model for thimbles.
Remember Morph off of Tony Hart?
Yes.
Now
You needed subtitles.
But I Morph did. But you can't. That was obviously you can't. It wasn't real. But if it was real, Morph would have had a massive knob, because that's all he would have spent his day doing. Because if you could just roll it out, that you're going to do it, aren't you? Like, I didn't really need an ear. You just take a wee bit of plastic off your ear, and there you go.
T-Rex arms, but an absolute wanger.
What was his pal called? Chaz, the wee white one. Hey, Chaz, look at this.
Where's your shins?
give me your shins. I want to make some massive balls for it.
That's a whole different kids program.
Tony Hart opening the pencil case, going up. Not today, kids. Back to the gallery.
How did we get on the plasticine, boys?
This idea of Brian's knob, Brian's dead flaccid knob getting chucked about by scientists.
I've got an image of Tony Hart coming back for taking a Monday off and just opening the box and going, it's happened again.
Morph! You wee bastard! This has gone straight to HR.
I've got tears in my eyes.
Oh, man.
I used to quite like Morph as well. He was a cheeky wee bugger. But as it became, an age where you start to think about the kind of things that maybe would happen if folk were made of plasticine, I always thought, Morph would definitely have done it. Same with Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah.
Well, they're funny shaped heads.
See, if you were a plasticine model, right? So take Wallace, for example. He had, what was her name? What was his girlfriend's name?
No
Oh.
idea.
So he had a girlfriend, right? And I'm going to go on a limb here and say that his missus wasn't that attractive. So if you can mould yourself a bigger cock,
She's made of plasticine, John. No, hold on, she's not. Is she?
Aye, they are.
so does it stand to reason if you can roll yourself a bigger knob, you could mould yourself a better looking bird?
Aye, you probably could, but only until it got to like a hot day. And then, like the sun was kind of starting to cause substantial issues. Aye. Wow.
You would
Right.
just give her a big set of cans, eh?
Oh, aye, definitely.
I have said to my
The
mates,
thing is, everybody would care when you'd had a go. It'd be all misshapen.
You would just be taking things off just to emphasise the size. I've never been a legs man anyway. It's fine.
They're all bumpy, and it's like they could fit exactly your finger size.
I'll just keep one hand just to get me started.
Aye. Right. Okay, so plasticine people, we can talk that. I we always wanted to talk about plasticine people. We'd kind of threatened to do that for years, so here we are. Finally made it to the podcast. We went to the totally unrelated thing, right? Did you ever use a drive-through at McDonald's?
I can't drive.
Right.
I did once do it drunk at Meadowbank.
Or drive?
About 3 a.m, where I was so pissed. I'd walked along from town, along Meadowbank, and I was so pissed. I basically joined the queue of cars. So I was kind of sandwiched like in between like a Vauxhall Astra and a fucking Ford Focus. And then got to the window and then they looked at me and just said, just going through the front door. I never realised it was a 24/7 McDonald's. So I had to do this kind of walk of shame past the cars and then just make my way into the actual shop itself.
Oh, what happens when they ask you, can I help you? You just went beep.
Rolling down my mask.
Well, we've got a drive-through near us, and it's one of the 2-lane ones that they have now. And you pick a speaker.
Yes.
oh yeah,
I am yet to master the art of picking the fastest speaker. Right, John, if you've used drive-through, you maybe get this. So 2 things happen when you go to drive-through. The car in front of you doesn't push forward enough for you to go into the other space, right? And they sit and you think, that one's empty, I could be getting served now, but this prick's no fucking moving. Like, that's annoying. Or they move, you get to that one, nobody speaks, and 4 cars get served at the other one.
I didn't like using the drive-through, and it's not because being on a diet or anything like that. It just makes me uncomfortable as the driver to have to go through and be in control of a car and of speaking to people. I know that sounds. Was that?
You get the app. They've got a wee app now, and you order ahead, and you just have an order number, and you get to the wee speaker, and you say it's order whatever, and they say, is that for John? Because they ken your first name for the app, so that's a nice wee touch as well. And you say aye, and it's all paid for already, so you just drive down to the wee bottom window, get your food, and bugger off.
Why would you go to McDonald's and order ahead? Sure, you would just get a burger and chips.
This is Fife.
A McNoggin.
It's a McHead. A McHead and a side of Niebuhr. Right, I think that'll probably do us for the night on that note. So back again on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or whenever we can be asked doing it to talk about Hibs against Motherwell. That's on Long Bangers. We'll be back on a non-football one like this at some point in the near future. and Short Bangers is on Thursday if you want to listen to that. It's a good laugh. So thanks very much for listening. John, Brian, thanks for your time tonight. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you soon.
Well, they trailed me down when I broke free. I drank all the whiskey in Tennessee.